Well, as you can see, I'm absolutely drenched in sweat. It is always a boiling hot day when I pick to move. So yeah, that's not making it much easier. But yeah, should be at the new spot pretty soon now. Well, I just dropped off the kit about 5 minutes away. Just thought I'd do a bit of recon. And this place looks absolutely perfect. Look at these woods, absolutely untouched. No footpaths, nothing like that. I had to scramble over a bush and a fence to get in, so yeah, I think this is definitely going to be my spot, somewhere in these woods. It is looking really nice. Oh. 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 Well, I'm going to have a little sit down for 5 minutes and then I'm going to get the tent and everything all set up. Well, there we go. Job's a bloody good one, as always. Yeah, still don't have a top. Someone said they were actually going to send me one, so I didn't bother buying one, but it never came. It never came. So yeah, I might have a little look in the town and see if they got any sort of outdoor shops. Failing that, I can just use a Halfords or a Quick Fit, something like that. They're bound to have tops. They'll be a bit on the heavy side, but they'll do the job. Oh, that was such a brutal walk, you know. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't like almost 30 degrees. But yeah, it's an absolute scorcher today. To be completely honest with you, I don't think I'm going to be cooking anything tonight. I did buy a little bit of bacon because I knew I'd be hungry, but I think I'm just going to get some fresh clothes on, head back into town and just get some fish and chips, really. I think I've earned it, let's be honest. Well, that was quite a stressful move, actually. Yeah, it's not just like jumping on a train and relaxing for like 5 hours. There was a lot of uphill walking on this one as well, and didn't have a clue where I was going when I got to that to the little town. I did literally no research with this spot. I just completely winged it. But yeah, I'm really happy with my my location, and I feel like a sense of peace has fallen over me now that I've arrived, got everything set up. Gonna head into town now, get some fish and chips, and probably do a bit of shopping because I'm definitely gonna need to get a bit of water up to my camp. So yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this beautiful bird. Oi, Ayana, don't you dare. Wow. You're a big peacock, aren't you? I've never seen one that close before. Very cool animals. What on earth is that tail? What is that? Clean a bloody chimney with that. Well, just on my way back from the shop, I couldn't wait until I got back to my tent. I had to dig into something now. But yeah, I also had a little bit of a look around in this town, and I don't know why, I just thought it was quite a fancy, posh place. But to be quite honest, it looks rather run down and a bit scummy, to keep it polite. But I'll tell you, it feels really good to be out of that tourist area, because that's all Sidmouth was. It was such a tourist hotspot, and it was always so busy every single day. And not just that, you know, it makes life a bit more expensive if you're living there, because, you know, if you want fish and chips on a Friday night or something, then you're gonna have to use the same shops that all the tourists use, and you're looking at about 15 quid for fish and chips, you know, which is just ridiculous. You should be able to get that for a £5 at a local chippy, you know, in any other town. But yeah, I guess that's just seaside prices really, you know. Well, back at camp now, and a bit of a disaster with the wheelie suitcase. One of the wheels, as you can see, is completely knackered. And yeah, it doesn't even properly go around anymore. You can see where it's just been scraping along the floor. And that's not all, the whole bag is just completely knackered now. There's holes and tears everywhere from how much weight has been in here. So yeah, I mean, you know, it was never designed to be outdoors. You know, this was always meant to be like an airport suitcase. So even the fact that it's lasted a month out here, I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. But yeah, I definitely need to find an off-road version of one of these with some big fat tyres on the bottom. Because yeah, this suitcase has helped me out a lot, a hell of a lot, you know. But now it's literally getting to the point where I'm just dragging the suitcase along the floor, and you can see, yeah, it's not having a good time. Well, I've just been unpacking for about 20 minutes, getting my tent all comfortable and how I like it. And yeah, this is pretty much how it is. Got the nice thick airbed under there, pillow. I use this coat for the dog's bed. She's pretty happy with that. Suitcase full of food, bag full of all sorts of stuff, clothes, and the end of the bed here. So yeah, that is it. Isn't that it? You gonna come here in your bed? Good girl. Well, that's me done for today, guys. It's been a really long day. It always is when I'm moving locations, especially when it's like 30 degrees. It's been a real tough one today. So yeah, I'm gonna feed the dog, feed myself, and yeah, I'm just ready to hit the sack. Well, good morning. That's the first night in this new location, and what a night that was. That was a really pleasant night's sleep. I feel really well rested as well. Yeah, I didn't get woken up by sheep at 4:30 in the morning. So yeah, I got a really good feeling about this new spot, real good feeling. But yeah, I can't wait to get up and do a bit of exploration around this new area, get a good lay of the land and just see what I can find really. So that's what I'm going to do, get a bit of breakfast, get myself up and do some exploring. Well, thought I'd start off from these woods that I'm camped in. And they're really, really dense actually. Really dense. But yeah, like I was saying yesterday, this is absolutely private land, like 100%. It's probably some sort of plantation or maybe some sort of reforesting project that someone's decided to do on their land, which I have a lot of respect for. But yeah, I don't actually know for sure what exactly this place is. There's a bit of a clearing up here. So let's see what this is. Oh yeah, wow, that is a really big clearing. And then it's got exactly the same over the other side, a whole new batch of trees. Yeah, I wonder if this has got cleared for that power line to run through. It's possible. But yeah, anyway, this is as far as I'm gonna go. I've lost the dog. Ayana, come here. Good girl. Well yeah, this is as far as I'm gonna go. Gonna head back now. and probably go in the other direction. Well, I was just admiring this big tree that's fallen down here, or half fallen down. It's got all its roots coming up, and underneath it, all of this sort of moist soil stuff, it's actually clay. That is actually clay. That's really cool. Yeah, there's bloody heaps of it. Well, back in my tent now, and yeah, that was a really short walk. Finding that clay cut it short, because it's given me some really good ideas. And so yeah, I want to make, or try to make, a clay fire pit. Well, there we go, there's the pit. I'd like for it to be a little bit deeper, but unfortunately the soil here is just a bit too tough, and my shovel stick is not working very well. But yeah, hopefully this will do fine. Alright, this is literally the only thing I've got to put all the clay in. Alright, I think I'm going to need one more batch of clay. Well, there it is. Not too bad. Just got to let it dry, and hopefully it doesn't crack. I mean, even if it does, it's not going to be the end of the world. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Not the most extravagant fire pit, but it is a fire pit nonetheless. Oh, I tell you what, this woodland that I'm just walking around in is so beautiful. So beautiful. It looks quite old as well. Some of these trees, this one especially, are absolutely huge. Some sort of conifer. But yeah, I reckon that's like at least like 150 years old. It's an absolute monster. Is that your stick? Bring it here then. Right, I'm not quite sure how I got here, but look at this place. It's like these roads have not been touched in years. So weird. Like, you can absolutely tell that These roads do not get driven on. It's just like some random little roads in the middle of the woods. It's just bizarre. What you got? Bring it back then. Well, it's the next day now, and I pretty much just spent all of yesterday walking around, getting a real good feel of the land around me. I was also looking for a river or a stream or something like that so I can just have as much water as I could possibly need. But unfortunately I couldn't find one that was anywhere near my camp. So yeah, still going to have to be using the shops for water, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. But yeah, by the time I got back it was really late, so I didn't even bother cooking anything. Didn't get to use my clay fire pit, but it's probably for the best. I think it needed a bit of time to dry. But yeah, I think I'm going to use it this morning to cook a little something. Right, it's cracked a little bit overnight, and I don't think it's even completely dry. Yeah, it's not. But that's okay. I wasn't expecting it to be completely dry. I'm just going to go ahead and light a fire in it anyway. Maybe that'll speed up the drying process. Maybe it will explode, but hopefully not. Alright, that's looking perfect now. I'm going to put the grill on. And I'm doing something really simple this morning. It's just going to be some toast. Might add a bit of cheese to it as well. Nice cheese on toast. Alright, that's looking lovely and toasted. Oh yeah. Get a bit of tin foil. Add a load of cheese. I wish I had some tomatoes, but yeah, I just don't have many ingredients right now. Let that heat up and get the cheese all melted. I don't want to brag, but that may have been the best cheese toastie I've ever had in my life. Probably because I packed it with cheese. Well, now this has cooled down, I'm going to have a little look, see how the clay's holding up. Hey, that's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad at all. There's definitely a few cracks in that. But at least it's dry now, and it seems to be doing its job, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Pretty happy with that. So when I was walking through these woods yesterday, I noticed at the far end there was a load of nettles. And yeah, I threw away my coffee and my tea bags and my my sachets of milk, because I just don't drink that much hot stuff out here really, especially in this sort of weather. But today it's a lot cooler and I'm actually craving a nice hot drink. So yeah, I was going to do a little bit of nettle tea. It's actually really healthy and surprisingly tasty. So yeah, gonna go find some nettles and make some nice nettle tea. Alright, here are all the nettles. I got my gloves on, although these aren't proper gardening gloves or anything, they're winter gloves. So I'm not even sure they're going to work. Seems like they are going to work, which I'm glad about. Right, that should be enough. So I was just on my way back and I noticed quite a few little bones on the floor. There's something about these sort of conifer forests that just seem to have so many animal bones. Maybe it's because they're just easy to spot on this terrain. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. A badger maybe? Because it does look quite big. Yeah, I think that's a badger skull. The top of it anyway. That's quite a large bone as well. I can see another just over there. Another here. Probably foxes or badgers or something like that. There's just so many. That'll be a little squirrel, I think. Or maybe quite a big rat. I think that's a squirrel though. There's something just intriguing about finding stuff like this. I don't know, it's just sort of like a little reminder that, you know, there's so many stories, all these untold stories that just happen. You know, these were once living creatures that were running around, hunting, foraging, maybe they even raised young. You know, they've all got their own little story to be told, but they never will be told. It's sort of the same with trees as well, especially these massive old trees. You know, some of the things they've seen, well, they don't have eyes so they can't see, but some of the things they would have seen, you know, all the changes in the landscape over time. It's just interesting. There's so many untold stories in the world. So many. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to that nettle tea. Get all this into my little kettle, break it up a little bit. Bit of water. And now we wait. Look at that. I know it kind of looks like urine, but I promise you, oh, it smells so good. And yeah, I'm sure you've noticed I have to drink out of this big saucepan, which isn't ideal, but I must have somehow left my cup at my last campsite, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Oh. You can just taste the goodness in nettle tea, you really can. If I had to describe the taste, I'd say it's sort of like spinach. It's a lot like spinach, actually. It is just packed full of flavour. It really is. Ah, that was lovely. Yeah, nettle tea is something else. You don't need to sweeten it up with honey or sugar or any of that stuff. It's just somehow sweet enough on its own. Hello. 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 Oh, you're a pretty pony, aren't you? Aren't you a pretty pony? Yes, you are. Hey? Shall I bring you an apple? Would you like an apple? I can't eat my doggy's ears. You can't eat those. Oh, that's funny. Well, I was just going to make a short trip into town. I don't actually need anything, but I did want to check the charity shops. Sort of trying to make a habit out of just having a little look in there and see what they've got. So yeah. Hello again. Did I bring you some apple? Is that yummy? What about some celery? Oh. Oh. I don't have any more, I'm sorry. I don't have any more. Don't tell your owner. Shh. It's a good pony. Well, back at camp now, and it's about 6 o'clock in the evening, so it's definitely time to get this fire up and going again. And yeah, I'm going to cook a bit of dinner. So you can probably already tell this fire is going to be a lot bigger than the last one, and for good reason, because I'm going to be cooking sweet potatoes, baked potatoes, and I bought these for the pony, but I had quite a few left over, so I thought I might as well do these as well. Alright, this fire's looking pretty good now. I'm going to put the baked potatoes on first, because they're going to take the longest. Alright, let's get these sweet potatoes on now as well. This fire is definitely not big enough. It'll be alright. And the celery on top, lovely. Well, this has all been on the fire much longer than it needed to be. I was just doing a bit of editing in the tent on my phone and got a bit distracted. So yeah, this is all definitely ready. So I'm going to serve it all up. Oh, look at that. And the skin is absolutely perfect as well. Beautiful. Going to smother these potatoes in cheese. Now I'm going to feast like an absolute king. Those sweet potatoes are absolutely perfect. I couldn't have cooked them any better if I tried. Well, it's a few hours later now. I'm all tucked up in the tent. Just been finishing off some editing for this video.
And yeah, I'm definitely going to be ending this one here because I've realised it's about half an hour long. So yeah, this is going to be my longest video on this channel so far. I know a few of you have been asking me to make the videos longer, so yeah, this one's for you, I guess. But yeah, until the next adventure, guys, it is goodbye from me.